you guys, of course, have a lot of fan following, okay, particularly in the opposite sex, opposite gender. But aaj hamari bunch of lovely ladies are here, and I request my cameraman to pan the camera. And बाकी कोई और show होता तो भी host सारे सवाल पूछता, but they are the rightful participants of this really fun conversation that we're going to have. So I want them to have the first chance to ask the questions that they want to.
We're excited.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay guys, why don't you start by introducing yourself and please.
Okay, hello Diana ma'am, hello
Hi.
Tamannaah ma'am. It's surreal to see you in real life. So my name is Isha, and I want to ask that you have played a wide variety of roles, right? So I wanted to ask that if you have to swipe your lives with a character that you have played for a week, what would it be and why?
We were actually just asked this question 2 hours ago. So I have a ready answer for you. For me, it would be Happy from Happy Bhag Jayegi. One, because she's so completely the opposite from who I actually am in real life. So it would just be exciting to play somebody that's poles apart from me. And I also like her energy. I just like that she's so to the face, like fully muffat, will say whatever comes to her mind, loud, boisterous. It's a fun way to live, I'm sure, which I wouldn't know about because I'm the opposite. I've like think 500 times before I say something. I'm generally quiet. So yeah, I would love to swap places with her and just experience the world from her shoes, which is like a completely different perspective.
It was a very endearing character, Happy though.
I keep telling her that's one of my favorite films of her. I did a show called Aakhri Sach, where I played a cop, and I play a cop that's solving a murder mystery. So maybe I would like to play a cop.
You want to be a cop?
Yeah, I don't know why I have this fantasy of wanting to be.
So cool.
Yeah, that would be another. I think it's probably also it's a high intensity job also, right? To be a cop, it's not an easy job.
Yeah.
Also their lives are rather hard hitting, but I think it would be interesting.
But actually, अपनी जिंदगी में did the uniform?
Yeah, it gives you a lot of. Yeah, I think I have had a thing for the uniform.
The fascination.
Yeah, the
for
fascination for the uniform.
And men in uniform?
Why not? Why would I say no to that?
Of course. Over to you.
Hi guys, my name is Kashish and I have a question for both of you all, like each one personalized for you and one for you. So Diana, I want to ask you, you were talking a lot about female friendships, and for our generation, the Gen Zs, the female friendship term came from Cocktail. When we saw the movie, and it's gonna be a nostalgic to see you again playing best friends with a female and everything. So, one of the first movies that you worked in Bollywood was Cocktail. How was the experience, during the first few days, and how has it shaped you as an actor?
Cocktail was directed by Homi Adajania, and it was, I'd have to say, one of the highlights of my life, because the reason I'm in this industry and here today is because of that film, and because of the fact that the audiences received it so well. And received my character so well. I was not expecting at all the kind of response that happened, because I actually didn't know what to expect when you're new to something and it's your first time. Everything is so overwhelming. The whole process of filmmaking, the whole process of promoting the film, and then having critics review it, and all of those things that led up to the release were a lot to assimilate and process as a newcomer. That I didn't even think of the next step, which was how is the audience going to, are they going to accept this film? How is it going to fare? And then when the first and the second day happened and it started doing so well, and I remember in those days, like 13 years ago, for a film to have made, I think it made close to 70 crores or something.
Wow.
In total. And for a film in those days to make that kind of money, and this kind of a genre of film, like a rom-com making that kind of money, was not heard of. Again, I didn't understand the concept of it. So I just thought, oh, the film is done really well. And then I started, people started talking around me, and I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of money for this film to make. And then I started feeling the effects of it. I suddenly would step out on the street, or if I would like hail a cab, which is something I used to do all the time. I would just use public transport. I would I was not at all, I didn't understand being famous and being an actor. So I would go watch a film like just normally in the theatre, and then suddenly I realized that people's eyes are on you all the time and people want photos, and it was just a crazy surreal experience. So that film will always be very, very special to me, and the process of making it also was incredible because of all these wonderful people that I got to work with. Homi, Dinesh Vijan, who's the producer, and most importantly Deepika and Saif, who were really, really supportive of me, of it being my first film. So they went out of their way to make every day easy for me, especially the first few days, because again, you know, overwhelming first few times on set. They would make me laugh, they would help me rehearse my lines off camera. Every time I forgot my lines, they would be like, chill, don't worry about it, let's just do another take. So the best co-actors to have in your first film, I have to say Deepika and Saif were amazing, like my pillars of support. And now working with Tamannaah and, you know, coming like 13 years later, getting to do another female friendship film, like you said, and of course the circumstances are so much different now, the plot is different, the kind of equation we share is different, so you can't really compare, but it has been the best OTT web series debut I can ask for. And both were debuts in their own way. That was my film debut and this is my web series debut. So again, couldn't be happier to have Tammy as my co-actor and to be able to play best friends with her on screen. And what's great is that our friendship goes beyond screen as well. We you know, have hung out quite a bit off screen as well. And I think we have a sweet spot of a friendship, which is very organic, natural, and effortless, and we don't have to try very hard, and you know, we're great in each other's company. So I really appreciate her for that.
Fame came into your lives very early, right? और हम जब भी दोस्ती की बात करते हैं, हम बचपन के दोस्त या स्कूल के दोस्तों की बात करते हैं. I want to understand, क्या adult friendship उतनी ही strong हो सकती है? And is it easier to make friends as you grow older? Is that possible? And is it as strong as your बचपन के दोस्त, स्कूल के दोस्त?
I'll be honest with you, I'm not in touch with any of my school friends except for one. Yeah, except for one, I don't have, and I feel like it comes a lot from the fact that I have evolved and become
so
a
much,
different
and your
person.
world is so different.
It's very different. But I think I've worked on myself, and I've not like just arrived at being this different person that I am. I've constantly moved from where I was. But I think the core of friendship is not about how much you change, but it's actually about, do I like spending time with this person without an agenda?
Yeah.
Because today, most of the times when we meet somebody, it's always about what am I going to get out of this? Yeah. And I feel like all my friends today, and I have such a cool, fun girl gang, which I don't think I had even in school.
Yeah.
Like I had, we had like 3-4 women who were, you know, always like hanging together. But right now, the kind of, like I have, you know, a group where there's Mrunal, there's Rasha, there's Pragya, there's Kajal,
I remember when pictures
Diana.
came out of you and Rasha, I was like, ye kaisi?
But that's
we
what
were
I'm saying.
surprised.
I'm saying Rasha and I, or Pragya and I, or Diana and I, Diana फिर भी हम लोग काम पे मिले हैं. But I just feel like all these, like right now also, like Diana and I met, actually we hung out not while we were shooting. We hung out much later.
There was no time to hang out while shooting. So of course we would hang out on set, but that's for work. But
we started hanging out post,
yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's when it is friendship, when it is not agenda. Like we are not meeting
So
because
true.
हमको कुछ काम है एक दूसरे से. हम एक दूसरे के साथ वक्त बिताना चाहते हैं क्योंकि हमें मज़ा आता है, क्योंकि हम अपनी लाइफ के बारे में कुछ भी बात कर सकते हैं. And we do, it's a safe space. Like Wamiqa is another person who's a part of the group, and we could potentially be contemporaries, but it doesn't matter. I think our jobs are very different than who we are as people. And I feel like I am in the best phase where I have such strong female friendships, and it's incidental that we are shooting this show in the same time frame, and it feels like a very natural extension.
I'm enjoying my adult friendships much more than I did when we were younger, because they're
Now
so different.
you
but
know
they're
yourself better,
You know
I think,
yourself, and you don't take shit anymore. You know, so I feel like we've evolved into confident enough human beings to be able to say, listen, I'm not okay with this, I'm okay with this, I don't want you in my life, I want you in my life. Whatever it is, you know, it's not about just sucking it up and being polite. And I feel like those days are gone now, where there's no time for all of that. Now the time is for you to focus on yourself, your own happiness, your own mental, well-being and your growth. So it's the right people that are in your life now, and the few that were there before and have stuck around and are continuing to be there means that those friendships are really solid. So yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I do find it harder to make friends at this stage in my life, but the ones that you do make, then you also realize that they're the solid ones. Yeah.
I love how you both of you very nicely have busted the myth that women can't be friends, and it's this casual sexism that people just throw around.
It's such a stupid myth.
We'll go to Shreya now.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi.
I think I said it back the camera also. You guys look so pretty. Even off screen.
But let me also tell you that I spent 2 hours doing hair and makeup.
But still,
If you saw me first thing in the morning, I'd like to know what you think, what you thought at
I
that
would
point.
still say that you look pretty.
But you are very beautiful yourself.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so the question that I had was, as a Gen Z, we hear a lot of terms like situationship or dating apps, and it's like, acha, theek hai, abhi, it's complicated. For you, what is love? Because you are working in Bollywood. Our idea of love came from Bollywood movies, and piche background music bajenge and your hair will fly.
Actually, you
around.
guys ruined it for us also.
Yeah.
Basically,
I think
she's
we ruined
saying
it for ourselves also.
Yeah, you ruined it for us. So what is love for you?
My idea of love has never been based on films, actually. But I also feel that, in real life, when you meet somebody and when you know. And
Is it difficult to find love, especially when you're famous?
I don't know, at this stage in my life maybe, but I found love a long time ago, so I was not famous then.
But that's pretty awesome though.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely think that for women who are high achieving, it is more difficult. Yeah. But your idea of Gen Z love,
I don't understand
Oh.
Gen Z love, actually.
I don't think there is anything called Gen Z love. and millennial love.
situationship and all, it's just
Love,
like, I'm so
that's
old
always
school.
But this situation, there are 100 terms for 100
Yeah,
things.
that's what I don't
I'm
understand.
a millennial and
Even
I have
I'm
a problem with Gen Zs.
Yeah. No, but
No,
I
I
feel
have
like
a problem with the terms.
They have a term for everything.
Everything.
How can you have a term for everything?
It's also interesting though. I keep Googling, every day I'm Googling a new term saying, what does this mean? And the next day I've forgotten it already.
no, I think all these things always existed, and now it's just that it has terms to
for
it.
it.
Of course, there weren't any apps at that point, but whatever ways there were of meeting people, those were, I'm sure, explored. But there wasn't. Everything wasn't being documented, so we don't have a footprint of what happened with people. But I'm sure they were having a lot more fun than we are having as a generation, because nothing was documented. So actually, ours is too much out there, I think. But I'm sorry that the movies messed it up for you guys.
It did mess it up for you.
Yeah, it did. I mean, listen, I have been married at least 58 times in the movies. I've already dressed up like a bride about 100 times. I'm still dressing up as a bride every second day for some ad film.
Yeah.
So
It's suddenly not so special anymore.
So I mean, before I can ruin it for you, I have ruined it for myself. So I don't think. I mean, while I've done this to you, I've also done it to myself. So too bad.
Too bad. Yeah.